Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, et dans cette vidéo, on va apprendre les fractions, which means the fractions.
Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out.
So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And in this video, we are going to learn how do you say the fractions in French. So first of all, let's learn how do you say a fraction. A fraction, it's une fraction. Une fraction, that's feminine, the word is feminine. Une fraction. Les fractions, which means the fractions. Now here I have written in front of you a few fractions, and I'm going to tell you how do you say that in French, okay? Now, first let's learn how do you say the first three fractions, because there is no logic for that, as in you have to learn how do you have to say them. For example, half. Half, you say as un demi. Un demi. You need to learn that. Un demi. Demi actually means half. Okay. Next, 1/3. That's a third. A third in French is known as un tiers. Un tiers. Un tiers. Next, a fourth. A fourth. 1/4. That in French is known as un quart. Un quart. Je répète. Un demi. Un tiers. Un quart. You need to learn that. Un demi. Un tiers. Un quart. Now, apart from that, whenever you have to say 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10, or you can continue 1/11, 1/12. There is a logic for saying that. You need to use ordinal numbers for that. So first of all, if you do not know what are ordinal numbers and how do you use them, how do you form them, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. Okay, so from here, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, you need to write 1, like that's 1, and then followed by the ordinal numbers. So what do you say fifth? Fifth is cinquième. I explained that in the video of ordinal numbers, so you can watch that video for that. Un cinquième. Then how about 1/6? 1/6 is known as un sixième, because sixth is sixième. 1/7, that's un septième. 1/8. Un huitième. 1/9, that's un neuvième. 1/10, that's un dixième. The reason I'm adding over here is the fact that we have 1/5, 1/6, 1/7. Here I've written only till 1/10, but you can continue. Like for example, 1/11 will be known as un onzième. 1/12 will be known as un douzième. 1/13 will be known as un treizième. 1/14, that's un quatorzième. 1/15 would be un quinzième. 1/16 would be un seizième. 1/17, un dix-septième. 1/18, un dix-huitième. 1/19, un dix-neuvième. 1/20th, un vingtième. And similarly, you can continue. Okay, 1/22nd, or you can continue like that. So I'll repeat it for you. Half is known as un demi. 1/3 is known as un tiers. 1/4 is known as un quart. Just for these three, you do not have to use the ordinal numbers. You have got special words for that. Un demi, un tiers, un quart. But for rest, after that, you always have to use the ordinal numbers. Un cinquième, un sixième, un septième, un huitième, un neuvième, un dixième. And you can continue after that. Now, let's do few more fractions. Here, in the previous slide, we just did 1/4, 1/6, 1/7. So it was always 1. As in the numerator was always 1. Okay? So therefore, it was un quart, un tiers, un demi, or un sixième. It was always un. Now here I have changed it. How do you say these? Like 2/3. If you want to say 2/4, if you want to say 3/4, how would you say that? So this is how you say that. Okay. So now 2/3. For that, first of all, you should know how do you say 1/3, 1/4, or 1/4, or 1/5, or 1/6. Okay. Now 2/3. So 2 is the, and third was actually tiers. So you say 1/3 as un tiers, and 2/3 as deux tiers. Similarly, 1/4 was un quart. But there quart was singular because it was 1/4. So you say quart without an S. But here it is 2/4. So it is 2 quarters. So how would you say? You will say the quart. The pronunciation will be same, quart, but this time it will be with an S. Okay, the quart. Similarly, if you have to say 3/4. So 3 is 3, and again 4 is quart with an S because it is 3 quarters. So it has to be plural. 3 quarts. On continue. How do you say 2/5? So 2 is the, and what was 1/5? It was cinquième, but there it was without an S. It was 1/5. But now here it has to be plural. All of them are plural over here. So 2/5 would be de cinquième. De cinquième. 4/6. How would you say that? 4 is 4. 6th was sixième, but this time it will be with an S because it is plural. So 4 sixième. 3/8. 3 is 3. 1/8 was un huitième. Now here it would be 3 huitième with an S. 5/9. You would say it as 5 is 5 and 9th is neuvième. All these are ordinal numbers as I just told you in the previous slide. So neuvième with an S because it is plural. Now 9/10 would be neuf dixième with an S. So what you have to do? You have to write the numerator like 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 9, followed by the fraction. Like third was tiers. 4th was quart. Again, 4th was quart. Then cinquième, sixième, huitième, neuvième, dixième, but with an S because all of them are plurals. So following this rule, you can write any of the fraction. Now, there is a new rule over here. If after a fraction, you have a noun, like for example, 3/4 of the students, of the book, of our revenue, of this class. So whenever after a fraction you have a noun, in that case it is always followed by the preposition the. Always. I'll give you a few examples. For example, 3/4 of the students. Now observe carefully. First of all, 3/4. 3/4, as I told you, that's 3 quarts. Now of the students. Just now I told you that it has to be followed by the preposition the. Now this is the. Of the students. Now this the is les étudiants. Now it will contract. The plus les, that becomes they. Okay? This is actually a contracted article. If you do not know what are contracted articles and how do you contract them with the, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So 3/4 of the students. Of is the and the is les. Because students, that's plural. So it has to be les. Now the plus les, that becomes they. Des étudiants. 3 quarts des étudiants. Let's look at the second example. 2/5 of the book. Now 2/5, that's the cinquième. 2/5 de cinquième of the book. Now of, that's the book, that's le livre, because book, livre, that's masculine, that's singular, so it is le livre. Now the plus le, again that's a contracted article, the plus le becomes du, so the cinquième du livre. Let's take the third example, that's 9/10 of our revenue. Of, that's the. First let's look at 9/10, that's known as 9/10. 9/10 of, that's the, you have to follow it by the preposition the. Now this is actually your possessive adjective. So R is notre, no. If you do not know what are possessive adjectives, I'm dropping the link in the card above for that video. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So that's actually a possessive adjective. So 9/10, 9/10 of our revenue, the no revenue, because revenue, that's plural, so it has to be no. Let's look at the final example, that is 1/3 of this class. Now 1/3, that would be un tiers of, again it's the preposition the, followed by a demonstrative adjective, that is this class. Now this class is actually cette class. That's a demonstrative adjective. If you do not know what are demonstrative adjectives, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. So, the cette class. Un tiers de cette classe. I repeat, if there is a fraction which is followed by a noun, you have to write the preposition the in between. So, 3/4 of the students, 3/4 des étudiants, 2/5 du livre, 9/10 de nos revenus, et finalement 1/3 de cette classe.